because since the merger of wellness and social media space, there's always been this projected image that self-care is all about positive thinking, good vibes only, no lower vibrational energy, right? We've all seen it. And this well, not right, it's actually wrong. This thought process is super flawed because it erases the shadow side of us, the things that we're not so proud of. And we all have those things. I have a shelf full of journals dating back to the 90s, and there are plenty of pages filled with stuff that I'm not super proud of, things that I've said and done throughout my years on this earth. And so for me, it's a beautiful blessing that I get to go back and look at those journals and see how far I progressed in my life's journey. But I understand that not everyone has that perspective if you're not the type of person that writes down and keeps track of your life and your self-care journey. And so one of the things that I like to share with people, and this actually came from my mentor, is that my mentor often teaches about productive mental processing. And so what that is, that's doing the work to limit our negative self-talk, right? We all have that voice in our head that tells us we're not good enough, we're not deserving, oh, that was such a stupid mistake, you're such an idiot, whatever that voice is and what it is that it says to you. And so the productive mental processing is limiting that negative self-talk and then also being kinder and gentler to ourselves when we've done something that's out of alignment with who we are. And so self-acceptance is really the cornerstone of self-love and self-care. We don't have to be perfect to love ourselves. We don't have to be perfect to love ourselves. I'm going to say that again because it's really important that we don't have to be perfect to love ourselves. So some of the ways that we can get a little bit closer to loving ourselves fully is by not judging ourselves so harshly and doing really small and loving things for ourselves every day. And so some of those things is like joining Move and Meditate. That could be eating well. It could be just drinking water. Water does amazing work, not only for our bodies, but for our minds. It helps clear us and refresh us. And then sleeping well, right? Sleep is so important. And I know for some of us, since the pandemic, maybe even before the pandemic, we had issues sleeping with. And the pandemic surely hasn't made that any easier. But the more sleep we get, that's also time that our body gets to rest and restore our body and our minds. And then we're able to step back away from certain situations that we're really not proud of and say, maybe I didn't do as best I could in that moment, but I know it's okay. Tomorrow is another day for me to try again, or whatever the conversation that it is that you have with yourself, but making sure that conversation comes from a place of love and tenderness. But yeah, ultimately just coming back to the space of knowing that we have to do the work to love ourselves fully and wholly as we are.